Hello goddesses, in this video I am going to be sharing my figure drawing modeling class where I am the model that they're going to be drawing. So point blank period, I'm going to be sharing my figure modeling experience. So I'm really excited. This is actually my first class in person, which I will be like fully nude and just posing and whatnot for these classes, which I'm not like too nervous about. And I think it's just because like I went to college for computer animation and I took classes, figure modeling classes, and I always found it so beautiful and I always wanted to do it myself. So with that being said, I'm going to bring you goddesses along on this journey. I will be transitioning from my camera to my phone because I don't want to really like bring my camera there and stuff like that. So just for y'all to know, the time is like 2:02 in the morning, so that's why I look like this. I'm about to go to bed because the session starts at 9 a.m. and it ends at like 5 p.m. With that being said, definitely stay towards the end of this video because I will be sharing some information that I feel like is going to be like really dope for pole dancers out there, and pretty much on how you can make like passive income in the sense of when it comes to the art world and being like a figure model. So you're not gonna want to miss this. So yeah, let's get into it. I am just now going to the place for my figure modeling session. So I'm excited. I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie, because I was up last night editing my video that I'm gonna be posting today. But yeah, with that being said, I'm excited to have my first figure modeling class and just like how that goes. Oh shit, I went the wrong fucking way, whatever. But with that being said, I'm really excited to experience this class and just be the model that they're drawing today. So hopefully I can get a lot of content for you goddesses and everything. I feel like I will. So yeah, so I'll see you once I get there. Okay, so I am now leaving the premises. I'll kind of show you what it looks like going in. That's what it looks like. Oh, I just got a new subscriber. Awesome. This area is really nice. I'll kind of like show you a little bit more. They had like a pool and stuff. They had some like food and whatnot. So this is what like, it's a really like cute like neighborhood, but it's like in the cut. So yeah, I'm about to get in my car and like talk to you guys. Okay, hopefully you guys can like see me okay. I'm definitely gonna go home and like have more of a conversation with you goddesses about today. And of course the light went off, so my bad. But I'm about to go to the store because I got tips. I knew I was gonna be getting tips and stuff like that. So ultimately I'm going to be sharing how much I like made doing this session as well as how much I made through tips. Even people like Venmo'd me and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm about to go to the store, get some fucking Epsom salt, because holding poses is actually a lot on your body. But yeah, I will check y'all when I get home. Hey goddesses, I'm back home. And to be real, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna talk to y'all and eat a little bit because a bitch is hungry. And I mean, I ate some stuff at the place because they had like a little bit of food and shit, but I'm gonna just take my first meal of the day because I went to Ralph's and got me some sushi. I've been craving sushi, but I'm like, let me just go. They have pretty good sushi, so I'm gonna take my first bite with y'all. I just swallowed that way too fast. Anyway, let's get into the video. I'm going to be sharing how much I made and like the whole experience and so on and so forth. Now, if you are interested in me talking about how I got into figure modeling, what I did, and all that and more, the comment section below if you are interested in that, because I will admit the money is pretty like decent. And of course, like I said before in the beginning of the video, I know it's a great way to make passive income when it comes to figure modeling, and specifically if you are a pole dancer. So let's get right into the video. I'm going to talk about like the pros and cons of today. And usually, like, I feel like I'm a very like positive person. I am a very positive person, but one of the things that I like to do, instead of just talking about so much of the positive, I like to get the cons out the way. You know what I mean? So I'm going to talk about the cons, which isn't too many. But yeah, so let's just get into the cons. So the first con number one that I realized when it comes to being a figure model, I'm going to tell you something. Posing for long periods of time, you may think, hearing that, it may seem like, okay, I just have to pose like 10 minutes or whatever. Bruh, let me tell you something, it is not that easy. So today there was 2 sessions that I did. So in the beginning session, there were like different like poses that I was able to do. So it was like 2-minute poses to then 10-minute poses to 20-minute poses, right? And then the second half of the session was 5 hours to 4-hour session of me doing one long pose. And let me tell you, that one long pose, I couldn't hold. I was getting cramp in my leg. I was losing blood in my leg. You know what I'm saying? Where I couldn't hold that pose. And bruh, at some point, I almost like, I'm not kidding when I say this, because the woman, like, she was nice enough to make me a sandwich. A sandwich? Anyway, she was nice enough to make me a sandwich. And I'm gonna sit here and say this, and I don't care how fucked up it sounds, but it's the truth. You cannot eat everybody's fucking food, okay? I did watch how this woman made, you know what I'm saying, the food and stuff. Not that she was like really questionable looking, but you just can't eat everybody's food. Point blank period. So as I was posing, I have a very sensitive stomach. If you don't know, I do not eat meat. I only eat fish. That's why I'm eating sushi right now. But other than that, I don't really intake cheese, you know what I'm saying, dairy and stuff like that. This woman made me a like tuna melt sandwich, and while I was up there, I swear to God, I was almost, 1, about to crap myself, and 2, because of that, I was holding it in, I almost passed the fuck out. And I'm not kidding, bro. I had to go to the bathroom. I wasn't in there super long because I'm laughing, but it's one of those things where you have to take a crap and it's like right at the cusp, you know, it's right at the cusp. So I went to the toilet and it came out, you know. So anyway, back to going to that, but that was also during the time where I was doing the long poses. So my body was like, baby, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? It was just like not fucking with it. So that's one of the cons that I would say, but you have to like figure out what poses you can hold for a long period of time so your body doesn't like give out. So that's my first con. So another con that I will say, it kind of like depends on each person. This isn't going to be like everyone's experience, but when it comes to the realm of like being a figure model, there are going to be people when it comes to like the person that like hires you necessarily, and I'm not going to like disclose necessarily this one company that I like work with right now. But there was another company, I have not posted this video, and I will, where it's a vlog where I did a Zoom session figure modeling with Netflix, which is really dope and really cool. So I will be posting that video. And with that, the woman that I connected with for the Netflix stuff, obviously that's a whole different company, what she works for and so on and so forth. And that's more my like not expertise, but that's more of like where I want to be. And it was like easy because I literally, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, doing that session with Netflix in my bedroom using my fucking camera, excuse my language, using my fucking camera, ring light and pole, I made like $190 just from doing at home. And the beautiful thing about that is I set my price. you know what I'm saying, because I charge them for setup as well. So I charge them 190. I could have really probably charged them 200 to 250 to be honest, because I implemented poll into it, but you know, next time there's always going to be another time, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. So with doing virtual figure modeling, it's really cool, but I will admit that in person it's going to be more, you're going to get paid more, and also you make tips in person. I learned that today. But anyway, going back to the topic at hand, that the person that you're going to connect with and work with, this one girl through the Netflix one that I worked with, she had a girl that was like black like me that has been in the industry for a long time, and she connected me with her, and this girl like kind of let me know about this company that I had already did a virtual workshop with, and I worked for today specifically, and she was just telling me like, if you can avoid this woman, do that as much as you can, because she uses new girls. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie, like I can see that already. Like the thing is, when I did the virtual session with this woman, within 5 minutes she was asking me to like do an event for her like friend or some shit like that, for which is like taking tickets at the door. Bitch, what the fuck do I look like? Do I look like a door girl? Anyway, with that being said, she then went into like explaining, you know what I'm saying, which I realize when I tell people, like, I don't tell them no, but I'll be like, I'll get back to you, which isn't a yes answer. They always tend to like explain themselves. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But all I'm saying is like, you have to be careful, because people can very much use you because you're new to the world and the industry, that you don't really know too much. I just learned through this girl that was helping me out. She told me that the minimum wage right now, I don't know why I did air quotes, but like the minimum wage for figure models that should make is $35. So I realized with this one that I did today, I made a little bit under minimum wage, but because of tips, it's like I made the minimum wage. But I think that's the whole point of why she probably like pays you less, because you're going to be making tips, which I guess so, whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of like pretty much my cons. It wasn't like too much of anything. Like I said, like the tuna melt sandwich and the poses, and like some people will like use you when you're new to the industry if you don't really know too much, so just be wary of that. But now let's get into pros. So the pros about figure modeling is you will make connections with people. If you are an artist, like this is a perfect place for you to be. But as well as just being like a pole dancer too, like we have very fit bodies, so they're looking for people that look like us, you know what I'm saying? Especially right now, the sad part of this industry, but what is new to the world, but it's like, of course there's a lot of racism, so they're now implementing more people of color, because the lighting that we have compared to fair skin tone people, it's not the same, the way that our skin reflects certain lights and so on and so forth. So they're looking for goddesses, you know what I'm saying, that are pole dancers and so on and so forth. And I'm really gonna just dive into like why I'm saying that in particularly, because there was a DM that I got not too long ago. I have yet to respond, but I was just like, whoa, this is something that is like I need to share with you goddesses. But not only that, there's something else that I will be sharing with you where I'm talking about the passive income. So I'm gonna show you the screenshot of what I got. So this guy hit me up and he was talking about how, like, if you are an art person, you probably understand what ArtStation is. I'm not going to go into depths about what ArtStation is, but he was just explaining how he was looking for, figure models that were wearing 8-inch platforms, and there weren't any on ArtStation. And I'm like, oh shit, well, that's me. And not only that, I have learned that when it comes to the art industry, and again with ArtStation, them looking for something, you can sell something called packs. And what packs are literally poses of you making shapes with, shoes on, whatever the case is. Especially as a pole dancer, you know what I'm saying, we can make shapes on the pole and sell those packs to artists out there. So that's something that I want to share, because I'm about to get into that. I'm about to figure out on how to sell my fucking pole, you know what I'm saying, shapes and stuff like that, know, because like on my Instagram there aren't any pictures of me for free. Like, and it's not even like I did that on purpose because I didn't want anybody, like, you know, whatever. It was just kind of like I just make reels and that's it. Like, I really don't take pictures in the studio. I do have some, but with that being said, I'm like, shit, I'm going to make packs and sell that to people that are artists that are looking for figure models with 8-inch heels and obviously looking for more muscular, you know what I'm saying, with more shapes and like flexing of muscles and stuff like that. And pole is the perfect shapes. You make so many shapes with doing pole. So wanted to share that. So that's definitely a pro. So another pro, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you do make tips while you are a figure model. So I was able to get, you know, tips while, you know, doing my thing, as well as people sent me Venmo. Now the thing is too, like, people can like take pictures of you if you are open to it and they pay you for those pictures. And like I said, that goes kind of back to packs again. So anyway, with that being said, that's definitely a pro. And again, when it comes to the biggest pro, ultimately, I feel like that when it comes to being a pole dancer, we have such a lane and such an avenue that isn't probably in the world of figure modeling. So I'm about to step my foot into it, and yes, I'm sharing it with you goddesses because I feel like y'all goddesses need to know this information if you really want to get about on that. And again, I don't know if I said this, but if you are really interested in learning, you know what I'm saying, and want to know more information on how to do this, how to get into this, definitely comment below. Definitely comment below. I will make a video if that is what you want, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie. This video better get like 20 likes. So comment below and 20 likes. If I don't get 20 likes, you ain't getting the video. So just with that being said, so now let's get into how much I made as a figure model today, because my SD card is about to be full. I got 2 minutes left. And yeah, so today specifically on how much I made as a figure modeling, like the set rate and the set price that I got paid was $205. Now the money that I made through tip was about $114 through tip. So ultimately overall I made about $319 through figure modeling. So like I said, it is definitely a avenue to make, you know what I'm saying, some money. But again, please be aware of all the things that I talked about con wise, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. Okay, goddesses, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to love on that like button as well as subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like these and more adventures like these. With that being said, I'll catch you goddesses next time. Love you.